Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a lavender slash purple slash lilac makeup tutorial for you guys. This video was actually requested by one of my subscribers, Sonjya Sonjya, so thank you so much for requesting this video. I'm sorry that I couldn't film it until basically a couple weeks after school was over because I know that you requested this video a couple of weeks back and I did comment back to you saying that I couldn't really record it until after like school was over. So school's been over for about 2 weeks now. But I'm actually getting ready for a school program tonight because I actually had a test prep kind of thing start this past Tuesday. I'm just starting by priming my eyes, so I'm just using my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer to prime, and then we can jump into eyeshadow. So this is kind of like a get ready with me slash tutorial because I just want to update you guys on a little bit of my life too. But I actually thought I was going to have more time to film before my mom got home, but it's like 2:45 now and my thing isn't till 6. I know my skin doesn't look the greatest right now, so just disregard that. But I have to be ready at 5 to make this thing at 6 because the last time I went was this past Tuesday and that was the first time it met. It's like a no credit course for test prep for an exam that, why am I dropping brushes already? I'm trying to find my powder setting brush. So I'm just going to set my primer down with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I've been grabbing for this powder like almost every day. I love it so much and it's just such a good powder. But the last time I left for it on Tuesday, and also I sound a little bit raspy and tired because I went to sleep pretty late last night because I was FaceTiming with my best friend because it was her birthday and I didn't go to sleep till like almost 4 in the morning because I was FaceTiming her till about 3 in the morning and then I was texting my boyfriend till about almost 4 in the morning. So I didn't go to bed till almost 4 because he goes to bed pretty late too. And he's not working right now, so he basically like sleeps during the day again because he's very nocturnal because he used to work at Dunkin' the night shift, so he's always up at night. So anyway, so thank you again for requesting this tutorial. So I'm going to be getting ready for that later. So I wanted to wear this shirt today and I knew exactly like what I wanted to wear in this video, which was this shirt and basically what look I wanted to do. So I've done this look plenty of times before when I wear this shirt. This is like one of my like most lavender purpley kind of shirts and I usually match my makeup every time that I wear something that has a color in it. I'm always matching my eyeshadow and my lipstick and stuff like that. It's just something that I do. You don't have to do that. You can obviously wear whatever outfit you want. I just prefer to wear something that's matching. So I'm going to be dipping into quite a few of my Z palettes today. I'm going to be mostly using individual eyeshadows, but whatever works for you guys, you can use whatever purple eyeshadows you prefer. But just for me, most of my purple eyeshadows aren't in one palette, so I have to dip into a few different palettes. If you guys have like the Natasha Denona Lila palette, that would probably be a great palette for you guys to use. It is pretty pricey. It's like $129, but that would be a good one. If you want like something from the drugstore, I would suggest something from Wet n Wild. You could pick up a couple of palettes that have different purples in them, and that would be awesome. You could do Makeup Geek Color Pop if you want to put a few single shadows together, whatever you guys prefer. So I'm just going to dip into Firefly as my transition shade. I'm probably going to mostly focus on my eyes, cheeks, and lip makeup today. I might skip over like my foundation and concealer since that's really not what this tutorial is about. It's mostly about my eyes. So I'm just gonna throw my transition shade in there because this is like the most basic transition shade that I own. But mostly this eye is going to be not too lavender. It's going to be mostly like a purple lid, like a glittery purple lid. But the crease is going to be mostly lavender, hopefully. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this pink eyeshadow in this look. It's not really pink, it's more like a mauvey pink eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. So I'm just going to finish putting this in my crease and then we'll start the eye makeup. Alright, so I just got my transition shade down. So now I'm going to be dipping into a couple of single shadows. I think I might use... I think that would actually be prettier. So I'm going to dip into just Makeup Geek's Petal Pusher, which is right here. This is a gorgeous, like, petally lilac kind of color. It's like a mauvey purple. It's so pretty. I use this shade like every single time I do like a purple eye, and it's just such a gorgeous purple in the crease because it's a super neutral purpley shade that like basically goes with any look. It doesn't have to be purple. So I'm going to dip into that one, and I'm going to put that as my crease shade. I was kind of feeling a purple look today anyway, so I'm going to take that and just work that into the crease. I feel like I had a little bit of purple on my crease already. I don't know like what I used yesterday. Oh yeah, I used the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, but I wasn't really sure why my brush was a little bit purple, but whatever. So we're just gonna dip into that shade again. So this is a great purple eyeshadow, especially if you are like looking, if you are looking for like purpley single shadows. This is a really great one to start as like a basic shade for this look, or for any, you know, whichever way you want to go. It's a great just basic purpley eyeshadow. I don't know why my eyes are coming off a little bit patchy today. But honestly, like, I'm only going to be wearing this makeup out for like 2 hours. I've been like pretty lazy about my makeup, to be honest. I'm not like blending it to perfection usually. I just like throw it on. But also I think it's because of the primer that I'm using. I usually only use this primer when the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I cannot speak today because I went to sleep so late. The Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, I only really use that for like short-term wear for eyeshadow, like if I'm only wearing eyeshadow for like 2 or 3 hours. But it's not really a primer I would recommend for long-term wear. So I'm probably going to wear like a completely different eyeshadow primer on Saturday. It's just hard to know like which one I'm going to use because I'm like running out of my other eyeshadow primers. But I have to go to my best friend's birthday on Saturday. I feel like Saturday is going to be like the day from hell, honestly. This video is probably going to go up after her birthday because I still have another Chick Chat Get Ready With Me to upload probably tomorrow, which is Friday, or upload it tonight, because I've been trying to get back into the swing of YouTube just because I enjoy it a lot, and I mostly update and post for me. Really, no one else watches anyway. So forgive me if my throat's a little bit raspy. I do have some water here, so. Alright, so now for the crease shade, I'm actually going to take this other shade that I want to use that I wasn't planning on using, but I was like, you know, it's a purple eyeshadow, I might as well use it. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. I love this brush. It's such a great crease brush. And I'm going to close this palette because I actually don't need it at all right now. So I'm going to take my other Z palette and I'm going to dip into, honestly, I could use both shades. I can either use this Masquerade shade, and I can't remember the name of this one. These are all the Makeup Geek. Oh, Caitlin Rose. You know what? I'm going to use that shade. So this is the shade Caitlin Rose. This is a really beautiful, you know what? I'm just going to dip into both and mix them together in my crease. I feel like they're very dried out, though. For some reason, the lighter shade's called Masquerade, and the other one is called Caitlin Rose. The one that's kind of like a purpley blue. For some reason, and I'm going to work that into my crease. For some reason, the purple eyeshadows from Makeup Geek, like the foiled ones, like dried out. I don't know why, because the other ones perform just fine still. But these two like dried out super quickly. But I'm going to work those into my crease and see if I can make that work. So I think they would be really pretty. But I'm not going to use them as lid shades because I never really enjoyed them too much as lid shades. I preferred the lighter purple that's next to those two called Daydreamer. That's a gorgeous lid shade. I wasn't even sure if I was going to use that as my lid shade today, but it's just coming off like incredibly patchy for some reason. It's like not really blending that well. I mean, I love the color. I don't know why my eyeshadow's like coming off very patchy. I still really like it. I like it because it's a little bit of a subtle purple hint. So I think we're just going to do that. But again, thank you so much for requesting this video, Sonjya Sonjya. I'm so glad that you enjoyed watching some of my videos, and I think I posted an everyday makeup tutorial for you a couple of weeks back. So thank you for requesting that video too. I think you requested this video on, I don't even remember what video it was. I just remember that I wanted to do it because like I'm so flattered when like anyone even requests anything from me. And this, I thought that this would be really fun, if I don't like stab myself in the eye. I thought this would be a really fun springy summer kind of look to do, which I am going to be doing more of those. That's why I have the chit chat get ready with me going up, and that's when I was getting ready for work. So now I'm getting ready for this. So that I'm working into the crease, and I actually think it looks pretty good right now. I think that's all I'm going to do. I think that's a nice purpley crease. Alright, and then for the outer corners, I actually get most of my colorful matte shades from this palette, so that's why I don't really have that many individual shades. I'm going to take the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. This thing's gigantic. I'm just going to take it out of the case or the box before I show it to you. This Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, I think everybody knows what this is. This is one of the greatest holiday palettes ever, if not the greatest. I love this palette so freaking much. I use this palette so much. So much. I love it. And usually when I always need a purple matte eyeshadow, I just dip into this purple right here. So this is the shade called Ribbon, and it's a beautiful purpley matte shade. So I just take that and put it on the outer corners. So that's what I'm going to do for this look. So I'm just going to take it right here, and I'm just going to work it on the outer corners. I might add a tiny bit of black if this isn't enough, but I don't really want to do black today because there's really no need for it. Because again, I'm probably wearing this makeup for like 5 hours. I'm actually the only girl in this summer program too. But my friend Chris is there, so we basically just study and do the activities together because they're really important for us to pass our Cisco exam. I'm not exactly sure when you're supposed to take it. Do you see how like patchy it's sitting on top of that Makeup Geek eyeshadow? For some reason, those like foiled eyeshadows like just don't work. That's why I never use them, but I wanted to use them today. Of course, it's in a tutorial is when I decided to use them, and they're not really working properly, but I'll make it work. I think that actually looks really pretty. It's kind of ombreing into that. And then we're gonna take, excuse me, ribbon on the other side and do the same thing. But I am exhausted. I really didn't sleep last night. Sorry I'm so ADD, by the way. I like jump around talking about different subjects like all the time, but that's just how I am. So, yeah, but I went to sleep way too late and I woke up at like 11:30, 12. But I knew I wasn't really doing much before this program. I'm literally staying home until I have to leave because it's far from my house. It's like, with traffic, it's like 45 minutes. So And I was out for a long time yesterday until like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Because I went to brunch with my friend in the morning and we were out till like 1:32, and then I went to go find a birthday present for my best friend for Saturday because we're going to the city for her birthday. So I had to find a present for her. It's not like I was doing it last minute. I just wasn't really sure what she wanted. And I picked her up this really cute set from Soap and Glory, and it was only $10. So it was like an awesome deal. She probably won't watch this video anyway, so so that's pretty much done for now. I think that actually looks really pretty. I'm going to keep on recording because I want you guys to really see what I'm doing for the eyes. So now for the lid, I'm going to be using the NYX Glitter Primer. You guys know I love this stuff. I don't think I've even used this with this palette that I'm going to use on my eyes. Like on my lid, I mean. Palette on my eyes, obviously. Let me just close the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette for now because I don't really need it. And now I'm just going to prime my lids, and then I'm going to put on my lid shade. So let me just do that. All right, I'll be right back and just prime the other lid. I actually forgot to grab tissues and dampen my beauty blender for this look, but like I said, I'm probably going to do my foundation and concealer off camera, so I'll probably just do that in the bathroom. Even though I brought it in here, you guys don't really need to see me do my foundation and concealer. I'm just going to tell you what I'm using. So for the lid shade, I'm going to dip into the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, and I wanted to use actually I might use both shades. So I might use Confetti, but I'm definitely going to dip into this shade called Hot Damn. It's a really pretty purpley shimmery shade, and I wanted to use that one. If it's not enough for me, I'm probably just going to dip into another Makeup Geek eyeshadow because I really wanted to use, these are like some of my favorite purpley options for the lid. But I've used these like a million times. I just want to use the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette because I don't use that one as often as these. But Blacklight by Makeup Geek, this shade is gorgeous. Like when these duochrome shadows launched, everyone was obsessed with this color. It's so beautiful. I'll swatch it for you guys. It's like a purple with a blue shift. It's beautiful. And then the other shade is Daydreamer. You can put this on the lid or on the inner corners. I'm probably going to use this on the inner corners, like both of these together, because they're just gorgeous shades. This is the purple I was talking about. As you guys can see, I've used them quite a bit. I have pretty significant dips in both of them, but those are like the only two shades I would use for like purpley looks. But we're going to use this one today. So I'm going to take that on my finger. Since I already put a glitter primer down, it probably will work a little bit better, but we'll see. So I'm just going to pop that on the middle of my lid right now. Oh yeah, that's actually really pretty. Yeah? Alright, bye. My dad's leaving for work. Oh yeah, that's actually really pretty. Okay, so that works. I'm going to put this one here. I'm probably just going to pop them on the center of my lid. Why does it look so much better on this side than it does on this side? Okay, that's better. Just felt like I had to build it up a little bit more on this side. So that's pretty, but I think I might add a different shade to the inner part of my lid. So I'm just going to leave that like that. I don't think I'm going to use Confetti because that's a little bit too pink for this look. It's like pink with a purple shift, but I kind of want something a little bit more purpley. So I am going to dip into that Blacklight shade. So I'm just going to use that because that shade is gorgeous. And then I'm going to use Daydreamer on the inner corners. So this shade, it's so beautiful. It's like a purple with a blue shift. And it's just absolutely gorgeous on the lid. So I'm just going to take that and put that on the inner part of my eye. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. And I'm going to do it on this side too. But I'm telling you guys, the glitter primer makes it so much easier to put on these types of shades. Not even just a glitter, but just like a regular eyeshadow. Makes it so much easier. I cannot rave about glitter primer enough. Now that's all I use, and I just use my finger to apply my shimmery shades now. And it's just so much easier. I feel like I needed a little bit more on this side. Yeah, that's definitely better. See how, like, reflective it is? It's so gorgeous. Okay. So that's good. I actually think that looks really pretty. And then for the lid, I mean not the lid, the brow bone, I'm going to take ColourPop's Hear Me Out, which is a really beautiful brow bone highlight. It's just this shade right here, up here. I would have used Vanilla Bean, but I use Vanilla Bean so much that I wanted to use this one today. Or I could use Blanc Type, whatever you prefer, whatever is your favorite brow bone highlight. You don't have to use the same ones I'm using. They're just matte white eyeshadows anyway. So I'm just going to dip into that Hear Me Out shade right here. And I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone. And then I'm probably going to do my foundation and concealer and stuff off camera. And then I'll come back and like line my eyes. But I'm just going to do my foundation and concealer in the bathroom. Because then all I have to do is my cheeks and my lip color. Alright, so pretty much the eyes are done for now. If you guys didn't know, I pretty much don't wear top lid liner anymore. I'm kind of just over it. I feel like I need my Kat Von D liner again in order to start wearing top lid eyeliner again, because I feel like all the other liners I use, they just don't really work that well. I'm like stacking my eyeshadow palette so I can get to the one I need. But yeah, I'm not going to line the top of my lid because also I'm just going to class, so I don't really need to. I'm just going to dip into the Petal Pusher shade again. And I'm just going to run through my crease one more time just to make it a little bit more vibrant. Because sometimes you can lose those shades while you're blending other eyeshadows. So I'm just going to take that. But there's just been so much drama going on for me that I really am not into with my friends lately. Because I'm just so over like nobody being able to make plans with me, because like no one really gives me the time of day anymore. Like no one asks me to hang out except for my boyfriend, and honestly like I don't really care because everybody's just like so rude about like wanting to hang out or me wanting to hang out, because I'm like, you kept on complaining that I didn't have any free time during school, and then when I actually have free time you don't want to do anything. It's just driving me crazy. But I actually got this group message from one of my other friends for her birthday on Saturday. And Liz's birthday is the same day. And Liz's birthday has been planned for weeks for that Saturday. Even though, like, her boyfriend didn't tell me he was changing the date until, like, a week and a half ago. Because it was supposed to be last Saturday, which honestly would have been just fine. Because then I probably still wouldn't have went to Kate's birthday. But, my friend Kate, like, her birthday is around the same time as Liz. But, Kate doesn't even know about my YouTube channel, so I don't really mind talking about her on here. I might just edit their names out, but whatever. But I don't really talk to Kate too much. And she's never made it to any of my birthdays. I just find that it's really funny that some of these people are bitter about me not going to their birthdays when they've never made it to any of mine. The reason why I always go to Liz's birthday is because she's the one person that cares about coming to my birthday and planning things for me, because I'm turning 30 this year. Like, I don't have time for this childish high school bullshit anymore. So, I'm just going to, you know what, I can just prime my face as I'm talking because I actually did want to talk about the primer that I'm using real quick. So I'm just going to prime my face with my NYX primer spray. I just wanted to wipe my under eyes a little bit. And I'm actually using a new primer that I picked up last week at the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So I've been trying this out. I don't know if I absolutely love it, to be honest. I think I still prefer the e.l.f. Mineral Primer over this one. But I'm not sure if this primer has been affecting my skin, because I have been getting a little bit of like bumps around this area. But I don't know if it's just because I've been using dishwasher soap to wash my beauty blender. My Real Technique sponge, I mean. I always call it a beauty blender. But it's good. I like this primer. It feels exactly like the e.l.f. primer or the Smashbox one. They're pretty much all the same. The Smashbox one I still feel like is the best. This one is a little bit more liquidy. So it's a little bit more like hydrating on my skin. I was either going to pick this one up or the Maybelline Hydrating Primer. Because I've never tried any Maybelline primers before, and Maybelline was buy one, get one 50% off, and I had like a couple of coupons because I wanted to pick up my Burt's Bees cleansing oil, and I had like, how much did I have? I had like $8 in extra bucks. I had my $3 one and a $5 one from spending like $15 on NYX or something, I think, at one point. So I wanted to use that. And I had my $3 beauty one. And then Maybelline was buy one, get one 50% off. So I wanted to pick up a Maybelline primer because e.l.f. wasn't on promo for the e.l.f. Mineral Primer. There was like no extra bucks that you would get if you bought an e.l.f. one. So I'm like, I'm going to buy Maybelline because Maybelline was buy one, get one 50% off. So I picked up this one because I asked the girl that usually always helps me there. She works in the beauty and she's like the cleaner that like cleans off all of the dirty stuff, like the shelves and everything, and she's always in the beauty department, and she always asks if you need like help and stuff. And I asked her which one should I pick up, and she said that she uses this one like every day, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try this out. And this one was cheaper. This one was $7. The other Maybelline primer was $10, which honestly I really don't understand why the drugstore is getting so damn expensive, but we'll talk about that after. So I'm just gonna go do my foundation and my concealer, and I'll be back. Oh, I'm going to be using the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Foundation in the shade Light. This foundation is actually pretty good. I don't know why it gets such a bad rep. I really like how hydrating and serum-y it is on my skin. And then the concealer I'm going to use is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I actually really like this concealer too. This one's in the shade Light Ivory. I wanted to get a new concealer too from the drugstore. I don't need any more foundations. I have way too many foundations, but I wanted to get a new primer, a new mascara, a new concealer, because I really am running out of a lot of concealers. But honestly, like, she couldn't really recommend another concealer to me, and she only recommended the Maybelline Instant Dark Circle Eraser, which is like my all-time favorite concealer from the drugstore. But they didn't even have my shade, and I wanted to pick up a new one because mine's like almost out again, and that's like my second one that I've actually used up. So I'm just gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me or the e.l.f. Smooth and Set Under Eye Setting Powder, which I actually freaking love this stuff. It's awesome. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so we have foundation and concealer done. Now we're going to come back and do, well, now I'm back and I'm going to do the lower lash line. But I actually thought I was going to have more time to film before my mom got home, but then I didn't realize she was getting home at 3:15 and not 3:30, so I had to sit down and film at like 2:30, because usually it takes me about, it's actually almost been an hour already for me to film. It takes me like forever to film sometimes. Actually I didn't sit down until like 2:45 to film, so it's only been like 35 minutes. So now I'm going to take that Petal Pusher shade and I'm going to throw that on the lower lash line. But yeah, I have to work 12 to 5 on Saturday, and that's the day of my best friend's birthday. It's so annoying that I wasn't able to work an earlier shift. I was actually supposed to switch shifts with another girl But she ended up not showing up this past weekend, and now my manager doesn't think she's going to show up at all. I have no idea what's conspired this week because I haven't worked since Monday night because I wasn't scheduled until Friday through Monday. Usually I work Friday through Mondays now. Since I changed my availability, he gave me a Monday this next week. Today's Thursday, so I'm working Friday through Monday. But I was supposed to switch with her and work 10 to 2 instead of 12 to 5, and now I can't do that. I'm going to try and see if he found somebody to open on a Saturday and possibly try to switch with them, but I don't think really anybody's really working that much tomorrow. But like, I'm just kind of super annoyed that she wasn't going to be able to switch with me. And then I can't stay forever in the city because I'm literally leaving to go to the city right after work. I might go home and change real quick. I might go to my boyfriend's house and change at his house and then leave from his station. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but my brother said that he's going to the city on Saturday too. I just don't know what time he's going home, but he said he was going to be leaving a lot earlier than me because I'm trying to take the 11:42 train. So I'm trying to coordinate with him to go home with him because it's a Saturday night. I don't really like taking the train by myself going home. But if it's before midnight, it's not really a big deal. It's usually like around like 12:30 on is when it's like the weirdos take the train. So I'm going to line my waterline with the Lancome Drama Leak pencil in the shade Ampoli. This is all like in French, so if I butcher the name, I'm sorry. I really love these eyeliners, and I wanted to use something purpley again, so I'm going to use that and line my waterline. If it works. Sometimes these don't like, but I just sharpened it. Yeah, this is totally fine. But these are awesome. I get these usually in the Sephora Point Perks for Lancome. But I really want the full-size ones. But if you guys have any like colorful drugstore dupes for eyeliner, let me know. But usually I just pick up ColourPop. Like I'll just order a bunch from the ColourPop website. I'm getting like the bits from the eyeliner in my eyes on my contacts, so that's not very good. Alright, that's better. Give me one sec. Alright, I think that's good. I don't really want to put on any more. Hope that's not my mom. Alright, now I'm just going to do the inner corners really quick. I don't think she's home yet. I'm just going to do the shade Daydreamer from Makeup Geek, which is not the one I'm pointing at. This one right here. I'm going to take that shade and pop that on my inner corners. I don't think she's home yet. Isn't that so pretty though? I definitely wouldn't do like an eye like this if I was just going to class for 2 hours, but it's just because I wanted to record a tutorial. Such a pretty eyeshadow. Yeah, my mom's home. That's great. Alright, so now I'm just going to do mascara. I actually just pulled a purple tube mascara and I didn't even realize that that's so cliche for this because I'm doing a purple look. I'm just going to take my Catrice Cosmetics Blackest False Lashes mascara and coat my lashes with that. And then I'm just going to set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Fair Powder. So I'm just going to do that off camera. Alright, sorry. Just want to drink some more water. I'm actually getting pretty hungry filming now. I also did bronze up my skin off camera. I just took the Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer and used that to bronze up my skin. So now I'm going to do blush, and I'm going to take the 2Z palettes that I have of blushes. I'm going to take my MAC blush in the shade Well Dressed, which is this one here. I'm going to start with that one first, and then I might pop on another one depending on if I want to make my cheeks a little bit more purpley. This blush is really pretty just for like a subtle flush of like a purple cheek. It's not really purple. It's like a really light lilac shade, and it's really pretty for like these types of looks. So you can literally like go ham in the pan. It's really never going to be too much. It's a very buildable blush. So I'm just going to take that and pop it on my cheeks. Can't wait to highlight. You guys know highlight is my favorite thing to do. But I feel like my cheeks are already like kind of glowy. Guess it's the foundation. And now I'm going to take that and pop it over here. My hair still gets in my face all the time. You can see how it's like falling out of the hair tie. I look so lovely right now, right? But I just don't care. As long as you guys see what I'm doing, who cares about my hair? It'll all come together in the end. Alright, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm trying not to talk too much. My mom's like going up and down the hallway now, and all I have to do is highlight. And then I'm gonna take this shade, which is called Love Letter. This shade right here. This is my Makeup Geek palette, and I'm just gonna take a tiny little bit because these are really pigmented, the Makeup Geek ones, so I try not to take too much. They're such a good formula though. And I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks if I can remember which side I put it on. See how pigmented that is? That added like so much more purple. Holy crap. And that's like barely anything. I'm hopping on this side too. I actually think she's eating right now. But see how much more purpley it made the look just by purpling up your cheeks a little bit more? It's really pretty. Actually, what do you like how that looks? If it's too purpley for you, I would just go with the first one, or I would pile it on, whatever you guys want to do. It's up to you. You don't have to follow my exact steps. That's the freedom of makeup. So I'm done with the blush. Now I'm going to highlight. I have a couple different options for highlight, but they're mostly all Anastasia. I'm going to start with this first. Now I really don't use this too often. I'm just trying to find my highlighting brush. Here we go. So I'm going to use this Kevin Aquan, the Neo Limelight Ibiza Iridescent Glow. I'm going to use this as a base because it's a purple shade, so I wanted to kind of use it. I actually haven't used this since basically I got it in like February. I haven't touched it since then. I used it a couple of times when I first got it, and I really haven't used it after that. I could have used this as a blush as well, actually, but I'm going to use it as like a base for highlight. So I'm just going to take a little bit. It's not exactly that much of a highlighter, so I like using it as like a base. So I'm just taking my Anastasia brush, and it's actually really pretty as like just a base for highlight. I'm going to build it up a little bit more. That's actually really pretty. But you guys know I always have to like pump up the highlight, but that is really pretty just for people that want, or women, men, whatever, that want some more subtle glow, since there's so much purple going on the eyes. You guys know I always go that extra mile for a highlight because that's just how I am. But it's whatever you guys prefer. So I'm just going to highlight with that first, and it's actually really, really pretty. I really like it. And you could obviously pack this product onto your brush, and it's really not going to be too much because it's a pretty subtle glow. And I'm also going to take that on my nose. on my Cupid's bow. And a little bit on my brow bone, above the brow. Sorry I got so quiet. I'm just like listening for my mom still, but that looks really pretty. I actually really like how that looks. That's really pretty. So use that as a base. And then for the main highlight, I think I'm just going to use my Aurora palette. I always use this palette, you guys. This palette's so amazing for like purpley highlights. I was thinking about using the Moonchild palette, but this one's a little bit too much for today. But these are really pretty to like amp up the purple. If you want to do a really purpley kind of cheek, I would go for Purple Horseshoe, which is this shade on the top, that really purple one right here. And I would probably mix it with like Blue Ice or Pink Heart. Those are both gorgeous, but I don't want something that frosty today. I want something a little bit more glittery and a little bit more of a warmer tone, like duochrome kind of purple. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Aurora palette. I would use the Lime Crime Mermaids palette too. That one's really pretty as well. But I'm going to mix these two shades, if I can hold it open. I'm going to mix Luna and Spectra together. These shades are so pretty for purple looks. So I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm not going to go like too overboard. And I'm going to just highlight. So, oh my god. Look at that. It's like, oh my god, that's so pretty. That's like all I need. So I'm just going to take those again and pop them over here. So pretty. That's like all the highlight I needed. This is such a good palette. Like every time I use these, I actually think these are even better than the Moonchild ones because they're more glittery and they're more like, look like a wet highlight. I put on a little bit too much on my nose, but we can always fix that. Right, so it's almost 4, so I'm going to eat pretty soon. I just want to blend this a little bit because I put on a little bit too much on my nose. Yeah, I went a little bit overboard on my nose, but it's just because it's purple. All right, I think that looks better. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the highlight. Actually, I forgot that I need to wet it a little bit. I always take like 10 million years to highlight. Don't mind me. So I'm just going to wet it a little bit with my NYX Dewy Skin Mist. Just like that. I'm just going to shake it out a little bit just to dry it. Ooh. So pretty. Oh my god. Could you die? Look how pretty that is. I feel like this palette's so underrated now. But it really is a bomb-ass palette. You could find these at Marshall's for a while for like, I think like 20 bucks or 15 bucks. They had a ton. Of course, I bought this when it first came out for full price off the Anastasia website because I could not wait to get this palette because I just love her highlighters. But oh my god. I said I wasn't going to go ham, and look, I basically went ham. But it's just such a gorgeous palette. And then for the face, I'm just going to set it with my NYX Dewy Skin Mist. And then we're going to come back and do lips. I'm just going to do my brows off camera. Alright, so I put my jewelry on and ate before I have to go. And I usually don't put on my lipstick till after I eat something. Because obviously I don't want to mess up my lipstick or have it transfer on anything. If I'm not doing like a liquid lipstick review and check-in, I don't put on my lipstick till after I have to go somewhere. Well, before I have to go somewhere. Before I have to go somewhere, can I speak? Okay, so I'm going to prime my lips with the NYX Lip Primer. I feel like my lips are a little bit dry right now. And it's alright. I don't know why they're so dried out. And then for my lip liner, I think I'm going to try the MAC lip liner in the shade Nightingale for this look. I'm not going to line it too much. This is kind of the closest purple lip liner that I have right now because I got rid of a lot of my ColourPop liners. Can I speak? And I kind of regret doing that because Lumiere was like my one purple lip liner that I had. It was kind of getting like really worn down, but okay. Oh, come on. At least that just wiped right off. And then for the lippy, I also wanted to record this tutorial like 2 days ago, but I actually ended up having a dentist appointment before class, so I didn't have time to record it. So for my lipstick, I'm going to use the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip, in the shade Molly. This is one of my all-time favorite purpley lipsticks that I own. Also, I love the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip formula, obviously, but this color is so pretty. It's like a beautiful pinky purple. I love this shade so much, so I'm going to pop that on my lips. I could have used Dopey today too, but I just really wanted to use this color. My brother's really concerned about finding Mary Poppins. I have no idea why. But I've been home all day, and honestly, it's been pretty nice. I'm not really looking forward to driving to this thing. It's a pain in the ass to get there, but it's for 2 hours, so, and it is worth going. Alright, so I'm just going to finish up the lip off camera. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much the finished look. I'm going to head to my test prep class now. The only reason why I like getting ready like a lot earlier for this is because it's like a half hour away from my house, and because my campus is in Selden and I live pretty far away from Selden. And I leave during rush hour because the thing is at 6 and I have to leave at 5 to get there, because when I left there to go there on Tuesday for the first one, it took me an hour to get there. I left at 5:20. It took me till 6:20 to actually get there. So I'm going to leave in a few minutes because I want to be on time this time, and then I'm just going to come home and chill. So this is what the final look looks like. So these are the eyes. These are the cheeks and the highlight, and then this is the lippy. I wasn't sure if I should change the lippy to be a little bit more purple, but I feel like this is a little bit more lavender pink. So I feel like it kind of fits the name of the tutorial a little bit more. I know the eyes are a little bit too purple, but I think it's a nice, like, purpley wearable look. I think that this is still something that you could wear and not go, like, too overboard with color. Like, if you're not, like, too into color, if you're first playing with color and you want to stick with, like, just monotone, like a monotone look like this by just using one shade, one color, I mean, then this is like a good look for you to do. And then these are the lips. I'm like obsessed with this lipstick. I love it so much. I'm not sure if I've done like a purple tutorial in the past, or maybe have used this lippy in the past in a tutorial, but yeah, I'm gonna head out because I really don't want to be late again. It took me forever to get there. I think I just might bring a water bottle with me because I'm kind of getting like a tickle. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. Let me know if you guys liked this look, what you guys want to see next on my channel. I have a few videos to post. I still have another chit chat get ready with me. I have this video to post. I have a room tour, which I filmed like a year ago that I never posted. I also have a declutter and products I used up video that I recorded months ago that I've never uploaded because I thought I was going to be decluttering like more products. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I might start vlogging again since this week is going to be a lot more interesting. And I also have been like in the process of filming Marshall's steals and deals, like Marshalls and TJ Maxx steals and deals, like Makeup by Peta. But that video just, I feel like it would be so boring because I can't really speak in my Marshalls because I feel like people would look at me like a crazy person. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I'm pretty sure I said both of those things already. I love you guys, and let me know what you guys thought of this video. Bye, guys. And let me know what you guys want to see. Request anything. I'm open to requests. Like I said, I have a lot more free time now since I'm not in school. I just have this test prep class. It's not for any credit. I am so full from eating. We had mac and cheese, tuna fish, and deviled eggs. It was so good. Just wanted a light meal for springy weather. But yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.